Wrestling Federation live im Catch-Saal Kreuzberg. Es ist Dezember. Es ist Weihnachten. Alles wird ruhig. Wir werden sentimental, harmonisch. Auch heute Abend wird es etwas ruhiger. Berlin! Okay. Dann warten wir noch eine Woche auf Weihnachten. Ihr habt es nicht anders gewollt. Willkommen zur letzten Runde. This is our final countdown. Das erste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 86 Kilogramm in Begleitung seines Mentors Ibo Latino aus Hannover, the future of catch, Tim Stübing.
It is the last night of the year here in the German Wrestling Federation, and for all of the wrestlers in Berlin, for final countdown, the stakes could hardly be higher, including for this young man, Tim Stübing, who in 2022, as we know, has broken out on his own. He was previously in a tag team with his brother Tom, now under the mentorship of Ibo Latino, and looking tonight for what would be surely the biggest win of his singles career so far.
Aus Hannover, the future of catch, Tim Stübing!
Along with that mentorship of Ibo Latino that Tim Stübing is now enjoying the fruits of, has come a change in attitude, and you can hear what the fans make of Stübing. Latino has the microphone.
Ich bin Ibo Latino, falls ihr es noch nicht wissen solltet. Ich bin der Trainer und Mentor von Tim Stübing.
Also, erst das Mikrofon kaputt machen und dann auch noch mich nötigen, eine Ansage zu machen. Also, Ibo Latino, der Mentor von Tim Stübing, bittet euch, auf keinen Fall dieses Lied zu singen. Ich hab's getan! Ich hab's getan! Ich hab mein Bestes gegeben! Sein Gegner!
Well, the English translation, by the way, there was "no one likes Tim," and Ibo Latino taking exception to that, but I think it was factually accurate. Anyway, here comes his opponent.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring, 89 Kilogramm schwer, aus Leipzig, der vierfache Kampfkunst-Weltmeister. Sein Name ist Programm, er ist First Time Moodo!
First time since April that we have seen the martial arts expert, First Time Moodo, here in the GWF, and what a return this could be, because a match against Tim Stübing, who, like him or not, is one of the hottest up-and-comers here in the German Wrestling Federation, promises to be, I think, a fascinating way to open up Final Countdown.
Der Kampfkunstweltmeister aus Leipzig, First Time Moodo!
fan favorite here in Berlin is Fast Time Moodo. As always tonight, we are in Kreuzberg, right in the heart of the German capital. A little bit of unnecessary sign language there from Tim Stübing and Ibo Latino, which Fast Time Moodo quite rightly has just shrugged off. Tim Stübing, meanwhile, looking to shrug off the fact that back in October at Chaos City, he had a chance to become the Berlin champion. Wasn't quite able to get it done that night, but as I said, still early in his career, and a victory over Moodo here would set him up very, very nicely headed into 2023. Dave Bradshaw here at ringside to bring you all of the action tonight as the opening bell rings. Well, I don't think there's any secret here about whose side the crowd are on. Raucous atmosphere, as always, here in Berlin. And one of the reasons I think that this crowd are excited, I mentioned it's high stakes, and I mentioned a minute ago the Berlin title. Well, later on tonight in our main event, the Berlin title and the GWF World Title are on the line. It is winner takes all between two men who have only held their respective championships for 4 weeks each. Pascal Spalter, the world champion, and Erkan Sulcani, the Berlin champion. One of them will leave with all the gold tonight. I'm not sure if Tim Stübing's going to leave with all of his teeth after Fast Time Moodo. That kick right in the face. And those quick fire strikes from Moodo. Reversal there of the Irish whip from Stübing. Stübing tries for a clothesline. Moodo goes to the ropes. Sends Stübing to the ropes. The pace here is frenetic already as Moodo hits that spinning heel kick. Goes for an early cover and gets two. Fans liking what they are seeing from Fast Time Moodo in the opening seconds here. GWF Women's title also on the line tonight, by the way. Cara, the new champion, defending against Michelle Green. That and much, much more to come as well. Stübing got a handful of hair there. And Stübing posing confidently, but I think it's a sign of desperation if you have to go for the man's hair. You can see Moodo's not happy at all, but this is part of what Stübing has learned from Ibo Latino. Shake of the hands, and Stübing cannot be trusted whatsoever, but Moodo knows it. And Moodo with a big kick. This is exactly what Stübing needed to avoid. Those kicks of Fast Time Moodo absolutely lethal, and Latino taking matters into his own hands. Stübing off of that distraction. It was a Hurricane Rana on Moodo. Follows up with a drop kick right to the face. Moodo may be out. Stübing opportunistically will try for the win. Gets a 2 count. As always, we thank you for joining us wherever you are in the world, watching the German Wrestling Federation tonight. We'd love to know your opinion on all of the action tonight, including on who is going to walk out with all of the gold in that title for title main event. Join the conversation on social media using the hashtag GWFFC. Moodo getting out of that predicament, gets shoved to the ropes here. Drop kick though from Stübing. Stübing does love to showboat, he loves to show off. He goes for another cover and gets 2. He seems to revel in the antagonism of the crowd. Look, he's standing on the hair. Stübing is standing on the hair of Fast Time Moodo. And now he's claiming innocence, but at the same time he's choking Moodo out. This is a very, get him off. It's a very different Tim Stübing to the one we saw when he was teaming with his brother and mentored by Ahmed Chair. Chair, a very noble man, whereas Evo Latino, well, you can see the influence that Latino has had on Tim Stübing, and many would argue it hasn't been a pleasant influence at all. That boot goes into the face from Moodo. Got caught on the second time. Took an elbow right to the face from Stübing. Both men trying to send each other into the corner. Moodo eventually leaps off the corner. Again catches Stübing in the face with his heel. Moodo with that pump handle. The reversal, what a counter that is by Stübing. Stübing trying to put Moodo to sleep. Look at this, Evo Latino moving that middle rope away, making it as hard as possible for Moodo to get there. In the end he did, and Stübing had to break, but Moodo caught in that hold for a prolonged period of time. Partly because of Evo Latino. You do wonder how much damage was done there. Stübing just screaming in the face here. This viciousness from Tim Stübing, something to see. And Moodo now, the look of anger on his face, gritting his teeth. Moodo looking for a clothesline, can't get it. Instead, Stübing going for more strikes, but there's another one of those kicks from Moodo. And another. Moodo looking to build up a head of steam. Catches him with another heel kick in the corner. And that low strike down by the bottom turnbuckle. Classic fast time Moodo. Moodo up top, and a double foot stomp right into the small of the back of Stübing. This time catches him with that pump handle driver, hooks the legs, and right shoulder of Tim Stübing comes up to keep him in the match. Fans continuing to get on the back of Tim Stübing here. Lots of pro fast time Moodo chants. Heard them chanting, no one likes Tim, anyone but Tim. Stübing having to block that out or turn it to his advantage, just as he turned that hesitation by Moodo to his advantage, got him with a backdrop. There's a swing blade from Stübing. Stübing hooks the left leg. And the left shoulder comes up to keep Moodo in the match. Stübing in control here though, and Moodo needs to find a way back into this very quickly. Stübing maybe looking for that swinging net breaker we've seen him use a few times before. From that fireman's carry position, couldn't get it though. Moodo broke free. Stübing will try for it again. In fact, he drops him over the knee. Stübing drops him over the knee, the back of the head of Moodo on the knee of Stübing. Stübing sat down for the pin and got another 2 count. Crowd here trying to will fast time Moodo back into this. Stübing removing his wrist tape. I don't know if that's a sign to say, and maybe now from that position, it's that torture rack position I think he's looking for the neck breaker from. The bicycle kick, Moodo again trying to go to the kicks to get him into this, back into this. He's got a double underhook here. A double underhook facebuster from Moodo. Moodo again goes for the pin. And both men in this match have had multiple chances to put this away. It's been very, very close on a number of occasions. What's Latino doing? Ibo Latino up on the apron, getting in the face of Moodo, and Moodo hasn't seen, but behind him, Stübing getting to his feet. Stübing got him up. No, he hasn't. Moodo tries to shove Stübing into Latino. On the second time of asking, he gets what he wants. Moodo looking for the black belt kick to put Stübing to sleep. Can't do it. Stübing moved out of the way. Oh no, he's got him up. Got him up. Stübing in that torture rack position. Here it comes, the neck breaker. Twisting neck breaker from Tim Stübing, who gets the win over Fast Time Moodo.
Der Sieger aus Hannover, the future of catch, Tim Stübing.
It is an enormous victory, and as you can see, an enormously unpopular victory among the fans in Kreuzberg. But Tim Stübing has ended his 2022 by making a statement at the expense of Fast Time Moodo. And Tim Stübing, in defiance of all of the fans of the German Wrestling Federation, with intentions, I'm sure, to build on that into 2023. Could it be that next year is the year that the future of catch becomes the present as Tim Stübing marches on into the new year?
Berlin, das zweite Match, es geht weiter. Are you ready for this? Das nächste Match ist ein Mixed Tag Team Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall. Auf den Weg zu bringen, mit einem Gewicht von 95 Kilogramm aus Dresden, the X-Men, Axel Tischer! Seine Tag-Team-Partnerin aus Berlin, 55 Kilogramm schwer, hier ist Loky!
The X-Man cometh, and he doesn't come alone. Axel Tischer back in action with his partner, Loky.
Ihre Gegner. Mit einem Gewicht von 103 Kilogramm aus Santo Domingo in der Dominikanischen Republik, El Comandante Rambo. Seine Tag-Team-Partnerin mit einem Gewicht von 63 Kilogramm aus Heisenberg in Bayern, Lina.
El Comandante Rambo, accompanied by Lina.
Aus Bayern, Lina. Aus Santo Domingo in der Dominikanischen Republik, El Comandante Rambo.
Rambo, the head of the Black Guerrilla Army. And this is going to be a fascinating match. Obviously, Axel Tischer and Rambo, both very experienced, world-class wrestlers who have plied their trade all around the world. Loky and Lina still in the early parts of their careers. Tischer getting in the face here. of Lina and of Rambo. Axel Tischer started 2022 as the GWF World Champion, and having lost that title mid-year, he's seemingly had a bit of an attitude change of his own, much like Tim Stübing, who we saw a minute ago. Axel Tischer saying the fans don't respect him. In fact, the last time we saw Axel Tischer, he was facing off against Pascal Spalter, one of the matches that Spalter had to win to qualify for a World Championship opportunity. That was at Chaos City back in October. Spalter won that match, and the rest is history. Spalter now a 4-time GWF World Champion. Of course, he could add the Berlin title to that as well tonight later on, but right now it's Rambo against Axel Tischer, and Rambo, that waistlock takedown, getting the better of the opening exchange. Rambo, of course, was part of Legacy last month here in Berlin when we celebrated 27 years of Berlin wrestling. These two just jockeying for position down on the mat here. Rambo got a disqualification win over Kaplan last month. Looked like he was about to put Kaplan away until Kaplan's manager, Ali Aslan, interfered, smashed him in the head with a drinks can. Shoulder block from Rambo. Takes the Axeman down. Is a real brick wall. Absolutely stacked as Rambo. More dangerous than ever as well with his Black Guerrilla Army. Look at that though. That's a bold move on the part of Axel Tischer's tag team partner, Loky, tagging herself in to take on Rambo. Loky is challenging Rambo to hit her back, but Rambo instead tags in Lina. Loky quickly takes Lina down. Gonna pick her back up, got that left arm hooked into a wrist lock. Lina, though, able to escape. It's Lina who's able to kick Loky, get back to her feet. These arm drags from Lina. A hip toss. Lina's gonna go for the pin and gets a 1 count only. Loky might be regretting the fact that she tagged herself in at this point. Elbow smash to the face, but a receipt is delivered immediately from Lina. Oh, Tischer with a cheap shot on Lina. Referee didn't see it, but Rambo did. Rambo charging into the ring to check that Lina's all right, and then to try and get to Axel Tischer, but referee is holding Rambo back. Loky scooping up Lina, slams her down. Lina's got to be in a bad way after that attack behind the referee's back from Axel Tischer. Now stepping on the hair is Loky. Tischer and Loky showing there was really no low to which they will not stoop in pursuit of victory tonight at Final Countdown. Stomping away on that left leg there momentarily was Loky, and now she's got Lina in the corner. No, she hasn't, because Lina rolls out, trying to make it to Rambo, but gets dropped on her face by Loky. Loky showing a very aggressive side to her personality. Taking the fight to Lina here. Not always within the rules, as the Running elbow strikes to the face and the knees. Lina is in big trouble. Lina urgently needs to make the tag to El Comandante, Rambo. The crossbody from Lina. That might buy her a little bit of time. She's on the correct side of the ring as well. She can just make it a couple more feet. Lina can make that much needed tag. Loki's gonna make the tag to Tischer. And Rambo's tagged in as well. Here we go. Rambo and Tischer. Rambo's got him up. The Axeman's in trouble. A body slam from Rambo. And Rambo will send Tischer into the corner. Out he comes, and an overhead belly-to-belly suplex from Rambo. Loky was trying to charge over towards Lina, and Rambo cut her off at the pass. In fact, Rambo got Loky in the corner and telling her to stay there. But Tischer taking advantage of the distraction, hits a German suplex of his own. Saw that overhead belly-to-belly from Rambo a moment earlier. Both men suplexing each other. Kick from Lina to Loky, and Lina, having had a chance to recuperate, showing what she's got now against Loky. Tischer is behind her. I'm not sure Lina knows that Axel Tischer is waiting for her there. Tischer tried to kick her in the face, couldn't do it. Lina's gone to the ropes. Lina up and round, and a counter into a DDT. Axel Tischer got dumped on his head. Oh, but Loki's going to take Lina by surprise, rolls her up and gets two. This is turning into a highly compelling tag team match. Loky looking to finish things off here against Lina. Couldn't get her instead of the counter. Inside cradle. Can she get her? Yes, she can. Lina steals the win.
Bayern und der Dominikanischen Republik, Lina und der Kommandante Rambo.
Clever move by Lina. Took Loky by surprise, and as a result, you can see the result. Lina and Rambo having their hands held aloft in victory. Loky and Tischer are not happy at all. Loki's got no one to blame but herself. Got taken by surprise, took her eye off the ball for a second. Lina smartly, opportunistically catching her with that inside cradle. And there's still some bad blood here after the bell. Rambo and Tischer almost coming to blows here on the outside. But ultimately, it wasn't Tischer's night, wasn't Loki's night. It was Rambo's and Lina's.
Berlin. Das nächste Match ist ein Singles-Match. Angesetzt auf... Auf dem Weg zum Ring in Begleitung des Original Flying Dragon, dem King of Hardcore, Ali Aslan, mit einem Gewicht von 95 Kilogramm aus Istanbul in der Türkei, the Sultan of Wrestling, Cem Kaplan.
Well, to my mind, it's one of the most surprising developments of 2022 that Kaplan brought Ali Aslan back into the fold. But Aslan is back as Kaplan's manager. And here comes a man who is now a two-time tag team champion.
Berlin. 110 Kilogramm, sexy Ronaldo Shaqiri.
It has been a hell of a year for Ronaldo Shaqiri. A breakout year, really. He's been competing for around 13 years, but really, I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but it always kind of fallen under the radar until this year, when he was able to claim the tag team titles not once, but twice. Most recently, of course, just 4 weeks ago, at Legacy 27. And with his partner on Team Crazy Sexy, Crazy Mike Chair, both men climbed the ladder to claim those vacant tag team titles. And what a night it was. Legacy 27 with all of those title changes. 4 title changes in total. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, Jim Kaplan was in action at Legacy as well. He was there against Rambo, a match that he ultimately lost by disqualification because Ali Aslan came in and struck Rambo with that drinks can. But that in some ways is what Kaplan pays Ali Aslan to do to prevent him losing from pinfall or submission. That's what he was in danger of doing against Rambo. Shaqiri with that leg power, lifting Kaplan up and throwing him over. Jim Kaplan, former Berlin champion, former tag team champion. And apparently made the choice that he had his best phase of his career when he had Ali Aslan with him, so he brought him back a few months ago. Ronaldo going to the ropes, and Kaplan and Ali Aslan moved out of the way. I think he was considering launching himself over the top, but here they are now brawling on the outside. Shaqiri and Kaplan. Ronaldo Shaqiri having to keep an eye on Ali Aslan. Look at that, a little shove. A warning from the tag team champion to Ali Aslan not to get involved in his business, but in a way he already has, because that distraction allowed that kick to the middle rope from Kaplan. Kaplan using that great strength to suplex his opponent back into the ring. The shoulder block from Kaplan. Seen this many times from the Sultan of Wrestling, this triple combo of shoulder blocks. All three found their mark there against Shaqiri. Sure, Crazy Mike Chair will be watching this and seeing how his tag team partner does. And at the moment, the answer is not very well, because Kaplan's gone for the cover. Right shoulder pops up for Ronaldo Shaqiri to keep him in this one, but Kaplan with that advantage of Ali Aslan on the outside seems to be in charge here. Kaplan taking instructions from the King of Hardcore on the outside. Ronaldo hanging onto that top rope, trying to prevent Kaplan from doing as he pleases, but Kaplan changing plans and just shoving the back of the neck, repeatedly forcing it into the turnbuckle. Kaplan now looking to choke out Ronaldo Shaqiri, and referee trying to assert his authority. I'm not sure Kaplan listens to anyone except Ali Aslan though. And speaking of Aslan, look at this while the referee's back is turned. Typical Ali Aslan with these cheap shots. You can hear exactly what the fans think of it, but the important point is the referee didn't see it, and as long as the referee doesn't see it, and what is this? Aslan just taunting the fans who saw what he did. Kaplan applauding his mentor. Why not? From Kaplan's perspective, he's brought him a lot of success, but the DDT there from Shaqiri to get him back into this. Shaqiri lining him up, maybe looking for the spear, but Kaplan pushed him out of the way. Another DDT, and Kaplan rolling him over, hooks the leg, goes for the victory. Gets the 2.5. Shaqiri just crying out in pain there a moment ago. Aslan, well, I was going to say he must be pleased. He never looks pleased, but he must be pretty happy, internally at least, with what he's seeing here from Kaplan. It's an inverted atomic drop. Kaplan goes to the ropes, gets popped up, trying for the pop-up powerbomb, but it was countered. The counter is countered into a pin, and he powers him up before the count of 3 into a turnbuckle bomb. Kaplan gets the boot up. Kaplan, this time gets popped up and into a Samoan drop. Great strength, great reflexes from Ronaldo Shaqiri. Shaqiri really has come on leaps and bounds. This year his confidence has been boosted with those pair of tag team title wins. At the moment, Shaqiri looking to take charge as he leaps over the top. Wipes out Kaplan, wipes out Ali Aslan, and a couple of our ringside stewards as well. Kaplan and Aslan are down. Shaqiri looking to get the Sultan of Wrestling back into the ring so he can finish him off. Shaqiri, oh, he got caught though. Trying for the Sultan smash there was Kaplan, couldn't get it. Now with the elbows, the back of the head of Shaqiri. Shaqiri turns around, there's an Uranagi from Shaqiri. Is that enough to put Jem Kaplan away? He's got 2, but he hasn't got 3. Shaqiri, a proud competitor. Wouldn't have wanted, I think, his tag team partner to be out here to help him in a singles situation. Which is obviously in contrast to Jem Kaplan's decision to have Ali Aslan here. Kaplan, explosive power, just popping the hips there. Kaplan, that overhead throw and spins him round, drops him down. Shaqiri is stunned, but was able to snap out of it just in time. Kaplan checking with the referee, that wasn't a 3 count. I think he's surprised that Shaqiri found a way to kick out before the count of 3. Kaplan just taking a moment to think. Shaqiri proving a difficult nut to crack here, so to speak, and I think he's looking for that gut buster, couldn't get it. And instead, Shaqiri's got him up. Shaqiri with that crucifix position, a crucifix powerbomb. Wraps him up, goes for the pin and a kick out. Wow. Kaplan able to kick out of that enormous powerbomb. Ronaldo and Shaqiri and Jem Kaplan having a hell of a match here to round off their 2022. As great as this has been though, Shaqiri is looking to put it to bed. He's lining him up, I think maybe for the spear. Well, Kaplan used the referee as a human shield. Oh wait, on the apron, the shot with the drinks can. Ali Aslan, referee didn't see it. Kaplan's got him up, drops him down with the Sultan smash. Kaplan hooks the leg and Kaplan steals one from Ronaldo Shaqiri.
Hier ist der Sieger, der Mann aus Istanbul in der Türkei in Begleitung von Ali Aslan, the Sultan of Wrestling, Jim Kaplan.
Well, someone call the Berlin police. There has been a robbery here at Final Countdown. Ronaldo Shaqiri robbed of victory as Ali Aslan, as he so often does, gets involved and makes a decisive difference for Jem Kaplan. Well, Kaplan, I think, indicating to the crowd who aren't happy with that verdict that it was a 1, 2, 3. And at the end of the day, he's saying that's all that counts. How far can Ali Aslan and Jem Kaplan travel together into 2023? You might not like their methods, but tonight, as so often, they got the job done.
Das nächste Match ist ein ganz besonderes Match, denn es geht um den Nummer 1 Herausforderer auf den German Wrestling Federation Championship. Auf dem Weg zum Ring! Auf den Weg zum Ring! Mit einem Gewicht von 86 Kilogramm. Er kommt aus Berlin. Er ist made in German Wrestling Federation. Er ist Metehan.
The Babbo is back in GWF. And he made a statement of intent in this very building 4 weeks ago at Legacy, with a victory in that four-way match over Ahura Senzavolto and Tim Stübing. That's what has earned him the chance to become the #1 contender for the GWF World Title here tonight at Final Countdown.
Sein Gegner.
Listen to the reaction for Crowchester. Another man who scored a big win at Legacy, in his case, in that unique first blood match against Aytac Bahar, settling their rivalry. Crowchester now ready to move onwards and upwards. He was the winner of the Light Heavyweight World Cup this year. And now Crowchester wanting to take things to the next step. Looking to start 2023 becoming the GWF World Champion, and that is a possibility because the winner of this match will challenge whoever is the GWF World Champion on January 8th when we return here to Festsaal Kreuzberg for Strike First, Strike Hard 3. It will either be Pascal Spalter or Erkan Sulcani. One of those two men, of course, will end this year with both the World Title and the Berlin Title. It's championship for championship. Winner takes all in our main event later on tonight. But whoever wins that match, the winner of this match, will be waiting for them in the wings. Metehan looking to assert his dominance in the opening moments here against Crowchester. Metehan, of course, still relatively fresh off of a spell in NXT UK. He has won championships, defeated huge opponents. Wherever he has gone in the world has Metehan. Now just hooking the mouth of Crowchester like Crowchester was a fish on a line. These GWF fans have seen Metehan grow up through the years. Used to be much more happy-go-lucky young man, now a very serious demeanor. Focused on bringing back results and bringing back food and a living, essentially, for his family. Feels that anyone who dares to challenge him is disrespecting him, and you've got to think then that he's going to be seeing a lot of disrespect in Crowchester, because Crowchester is bringing the fight here to Metehan. Yeah, there's a slap. That is exactly the type of approach you expect to see from Metehan, who is losing his temper. We've seen this year how hyper-aggressive he can be. Sweep of the legs and then a standing moonsault attempt from Crowchester, but Metehan had moved out of the way. He got caught there though and sent down to the canvas face first. Crowchester is going to follow up with a running shooting star. Goes for the pin and gets just a 1 count. Both these two men, I'm sure, are aware of just how important victory will be in this match. Crowchester trying to send Metehan to the outside. He hit the ropes awkwardly, eventually does go out. Crowchester tried to follow him, but Metehan again too fast. Metehan able to send Crowchester under that steel ring post. Referee wanting it back in the ring. Metehan happy to oblige. He knows that that's where you are able to score the pinfall or submission, and Metehan, as a matter of respect, a matter of pride, will demand that he gets the win in that way if he can. There has been a change over time in the relationship between Metehan and the fans as well. You can hear the majority of the fans are booing Metehan. That wouldn't have happened here a few years ago. Also a sign, I think, of what a remarkable couple of years Crowchester has had here in GWF. Fans absolutely loving the winner of the Light Heavyweight World Cup, who is taking the fight here to Metehan. Metehan tried to get him up, and in the end got drop kicked. An elbow to the back of the head, though, from Metehan, who sends Crowchester into the corner. And those right side of the torso, I think the ribs went hard into that middle turnbuckle. Referee was just checking there whether Crowchester was able to continue. I think he's going to insist that he will continue, I'm sure. It's the type of competitor that Crowchester is. Just had the back of his head, though, dropped on the knee. That won't do him any favors. He's still able to kick out, but Metehan, who, I don't know, it's interesting with Metehan. Sometimes you do feel like, although he says it's all about bringing home bread, bringing home a living for his family, you do sometimes think that he enjoys inflicting pain on his opponents. There is, I think, a distinctly sadistic side to Metehan. Crowchester trying to battle out of this chin lock, but Metehan making things even more uncomfortable, just grinding his knuckles into the face and now into those ribs, that same area that was damaged by the turnbuckle. Metehan prepared to do absolutely anything in terms of inflicting pain on his opponents. Boot to the midsection, sends Crowchester to the ropes. Put his head down too early though, and Crowchester kicked him in the face. Strikes him with the forearm in the face as well. And a second time. Crowchester looking to build up some momentum. Metehan trying to cut it off, and he's trying for the crossface. Crossface attempt here by Metehan. And Metehan with the double foot stomp right in the back of Crowchester. It didn't look like a very good outcome, obviously, for Crowchester with that double foot stomp, but one thing he will be at least consoling himself with is the fact that he was able to block that crossface. Metehan has forced many, many great opponents to tap out in that crossface. He's going to try and get it to tap out here. And just grinding his wrists. Hard part of the forearm across the face of Crowchester. Doing it again. Vicious from Metehan. Metehan with an evil smirk on his face. Referee Tom Scarborough asking again if Crowchester would like to submit here. Crowchester knows there is a #1 contendership at stake. The chance to start 2023 in the most amazing way possible if he could become the world champion. Right now that feels a long way off because first of all, he has to find a way past Metehan. And Metehan has had the lion's share of offense in this match, no doubt about that. Again, back to that same hold. That same torture device really is what it is from Metehan. It's ripping and grinding at the facial features of Crowchester. We're in the middle of the ring as well. Crowchester knows he needs to either find a way to escape or get to the ropes, but those ropes must look like they are a million miles away at the moment. He tried for the elbow, couldn't get it, and instead Metehan, I think, maybe was trying to lock him into that crossface again. There's a reverse Hurricane Rana, and Crowchester just bought himself some much needed time. Who will be the #1 contender for the GWF World Title headed into 2023? Crowchester and Metehan both down at the moment. If they stay down, this match could be a draw. It could be a double count out here if referee gets to a count of 10. He's got to 5, and Metehan's back to his feet. Crowchester wasn't far behind him. Now exchanging elbow smashes up on their feet. Who will be the first to buckle? Metehan got 3 in a row there, sends Crowchester to the ropes, but Crowchester firing back. And a second time with that leaping uppercut that time. Reversal of the Irish whip though into the corner. Metehan follows him in. Crowchester got the boot up and leaps over the top. Crowchester, a little bit of showboating, slips underneath. And off the middle rope. Picture perfect. A backflip right on to Metehan. Off of that middle rope. Elbow to the back of the head from Metehan though. Metehan was looking to follow up with a drop kick to the head. Crowchester, luckily for him, moved out of the way. And drops him with the suplex. Crowchester, how is he finding his second win? I don't know, but he got a 2 count there. We have seen time and time again this year how resilient Crowchester can be. We're seeing it once more here at Final Countdown. Metehan, by far, had the better of things in the opening minutes, but Crowchester somehow has turned things around here. Crowchester trying to go to the top, but exhaustion a factor here. It took him quite a long time to get there, and Metehan's up on his feet trying to follow him up. Couple of kidney shots there from Metehan as he's going to try and hit him with a superplex. Crowchester able to fight him away. And Metehan has landed in the drop zone. Goes for the 450, but in midair, I think he saw Metehan have moved. He adjusted, lands on his feet. Metehan's begging off. Metehan pleading with Crowchester not to kick him. I wouldn't trust Metehan as far as you could throw him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well there it is. Metehan relying on the good nature of Crowchester, takes advantage of it, goes for the pin, and it gets two. That one moment of pause, of humanity from Crowchester as he saw Metehan begging may have cost him, because Metehan had a plan all along. Metehan charged in, and Crowchester able to kick him in the face as he approached. I'm sure that both Pascal Spalter and Erkan Sulcani watching this with interest. Both men will know that if they're able to win in the main event tonight, and one of these two men will be their first challenger in the new year. Up on the turnbuckles again. This time I think it was Crowchester looking for the superplex and Metehan striking him away. So the roles reverse there. Kick around the side of the head from Crowchester. Metehan perched on that top turnbuckle, doesn't want to lose his balance from up there. Kick to the face. Metehan still up there. Crowchester's going to bring him down one way or another. Top rope Hurricane Rana from Crowchester to become the #1 contender. No! Crowchester's not done. Crowchester up top for the second time. He'll try the 450, but this time Metehan got the knees up. Knees went up from the Babo. Metehan looking for Nazar, the evil eye, counter from Crowchester. A drop kick to follow up. Crowchester did well to really have that wherewithal to know that Metehan was looking to finish things there. Metehan dumps Crowchester over that top rope. Metehan with the run up. Big kick right to the side of the skull. And a strike with the arm as well. Crowchester's in big trouble. Crowchester is in enormous trouble. Metehan knows it. There's Nazar, the evil eye. Metehan makes the cover. You can count to 100. He's the #1 contender.
Der Sieger in diesem Kampf aus Berlin und damit neuer #1 Herausforderer auf den German Wrestling Federation World Championship, Metehan.
On January the 8th, 2023, GWF Strike First, Strike Hard, Metehan will have the opportunity to become the champion of the world. A hard-fought win over a tenacious Crowchester.
Bekommt die Chance aufs Gold. Am 8. Januar. Strike First, Strike Hard. Metehan!
The sign language clear for all to see, not least Pascal Spalter and Erkan Sulcani, whichever one of them is champion at the end of tonight, will have an enormous challenge to kickstart their new year. The Babo is waiting for whoever is the GWF World Champion. Metehan victorious here, and with a plan fully in place, and fully underway to make 2023 the year of the Babel.
Metehan! Und wir hoffen, ihr hattet Spaß in diesem Jahr bei der German Wrestling Federation. Und wir versprechen, im nächsten Jahr geht's genauso weiter. 4 Matches, 2-mal geht's ums Gold. Das nächste Match ist ein Singles-Match angesetzt auf einen Fall und auf dem Weg zum Ring. In Begleitung seiner Blutsbrüder Tarkan, Aslan und Evil Jared Hasselhoff mit einem Gewicht von 101 Kilogramm aus Bad Boom City, der Blutsbruder The Badness, John Bad Bones Klinger.
Take a look at the changing face of Blutsbruder, Tarkan Aslan and Jared Hasselhoff. Both men now part of Blutsbruder, along with its founder and leader, John Klinger. This group kicked out Orlando Silva in ruthless fashion 4 weeks ago.
Die Blutsbrüder Tarkan Aslan, Evil Jared Hasselhoff und schon Bad Bones Klinger.
Erkan Sulcani, of course, still a part of Blutsbruder, but he's preparing for our main event tonight. Klinger and Aslan not happy to have failed in their efforts to regain the tag team titles last month.
Sein Gegner.
Klinger's going to look to take out his frustrations on this young man.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring, in Begleitung von Bennett Brown. Er ist Teil der Black Guerrilla Army. Mit einem Gewicht von 108 Kilogramm aus Berlin, Joshua Amaru.
Well, we saw the leader of the Black Guerrilla Army earlier on, El Comandante Rambo, victorious in his tag team match. And by the way, earlier tonight, Bennett Brown took on Tarkan Aslan in our warm-up match before we came on air. Aslan victorious in that match. And one of the other teams who competed in that ladder match for the GWF Tag Team titles at Legacy. A match that, as we know, was won by Team Crazy Sexy. There's this ever-growing rivalry between these two factions.
Joshua Amaru.
The Black Guerrilla Army and Blutsbruder. Plenty of bad blood between these two groups. And no surprise that Amaru has felt he has to bring Bennett Brown out here as reinforcements, because John Klinger with both Evil Jared and Tarkan Aslan here. As always, Blutsbruder inspiring passionate responses from the GWF fans, some positive, some negative. Little group huddle here for Blutsbruder. Amaru with plenty of supporters as well. Blutsbruder are nothing if not controversial in the way they have conducted themselves over the past, almost 3 years now it's got to be in GWF. For much of that time, Klinger was GWF World Champion, a record-breaking reign. It only ended at the end of 2021. Folded up this year as a tag team champion for some time, but almost ended the year there very quickly with a defeat to Amaru. Got an early 2 count. You can hear the support for Amaru, which isn't a surprise, particularly, I think, given how Blutsbruder treated Orlando Silva, telling him last month that if he couldn't shed himself of the loserweight title in a match against the monstrous Heisenberg, he would not only be kicked out of Blutsbruder, but he'd have to retire from GWF. And that's what he did. He lost, and Amaru trying to make sure that Klinger loses. Silva had been a vital part of Blutsbruder, but they had no hesitation in kicking him to the curb. Klinger leads this faction with an iron fist. Now sending Amaru to the outside, trying to feed him to the wolves, I think. Look at Jared. Jared's taking his belt off. Evil Jared whipping Joshua Amaru. This is classic Blutsbruder, distracting the referee. Amaru back in. But no doubt Evil Jared got his shots in there while Klinger was causing the diversion. Now Klinger's going to use his ring jacket to choke Amaru. This time it's right in front of the referee. The referee is having to be a little bit lenient, or he could have already chosen to disqualify Klinger on that basis alone. And calling the most dangerous man in European wrestling. Impacts like that in the turnbuckle, you can see why. He goes for the pin. It's a 2 count. And Evil Jared and Tarkan Aslan enjoying what they're seeing from their leader so far. Klinger with a double axe handle, knocking Amaru right off his feet. Klinger trying for the pin and Amaru kicking out. There have been altercations between Blutsbruder and the Black Guerrilla Army back in the locker room area, as well as this rivalry that was over the tag team titles, but at the moment it's a singles match we're watching between Amaru and Klinger. Joshua Amaru determined to get on offense here, and he did briefly, but that elbow from Klinger quickly puts paid to that. Klinger with a headbutt to the side of the face. Klinger not happy, I think, with a more negative than usual reaction for Blutsbruder, but Amaru came flying out of the blocks with a clothesline. Klinger taken totally by surprise. I think if Amaru could have crawled over there quickly enough, he could have gone for a cover, but as it is, both men up to their feet, and Klinger was able to get in the first strike there as they both return to a vertical base, and a spine buster from Amaru. Amaru with a chance to defeat Klinger, who gets that right shoulder up. And by the way, let's not underestimate what a moment it would be in Amaru's career to defeat the longest ever reigning GWF World Champion. He was less than a second away from doing just that a moment ago. Amaru tried to charge in, but Klinger swept his legs away from that half Nelson position, drops him on the back of his neck with a suplex. Kick to the side of the head from Klinger. Klinger looking to win it. Thought it was a foregone conclusion there, and Amaru had other ideas. Tarkan Aslan trying to intimidate the official into the giving it a 3 count rather than a 2, but referees, I think, are wise to the efforts of Blutsbrud. Oh, maybe not, because look at this. Referee is again being distracted, this time inadvertently by Bennett Brown, who has lost his temper at the treatment of his partner. Evil Jared choking Amaru with that belt. Get out of there. Well, I know Bennett Brown's intentions were in the right place there, but didn't do his tag team partner any favors. And now Klinger is stalking Amaru. Try for the spear. Amaru got the knee up. Amaru, the sit-out body slam. Goes for the pin and he gets a 2 count. Klinger rolling under that bottom rope, which I think is a sign of just how much that impact hurt him. Now just poking, raking at the eyes of Joshua Amaru. And a bone spear from Klinger. As quickly as that, John Bad Bones Klinger turning things in his favor. I don't know if Amaru's going to be able to recover from the impact of that bone spear. Klinger following up as just putting the boot in repeatedly into the rib area there of Amaru. Klinger thinks he's got it won, but he took his eye off Amaru for too long. Amaru got the leg up. Klinger's gone down, and no, not quite. Not quite for Amaru. Amaru looking to pick up John Klinger. Bennett Brown again on the apron as a low blow. Low blow. Ever the opportunist, John Klinger, with a pile driver. Klinger drapes himself over Amaru and wins it.
Und hier ist der Sieger, der Blutsbruder, The Badness aus Bad Bones City, John Bad Bones Klinger.
Here comes some afters, look at this. I said there's no love lost between Black Guerrilla Army and Blutsbruder, so it's proving. Aslan and Evil Jared were straight in the face of Amaru after that 3 count, and now it's 3 on 2. Bennett Brown's in trouble. Evil Jared with that shot with the buckle of his belt right into the face of Bennett Brown.
Hands it off.
Oh, a steel chair into the knee. You see that? Klinger just broke a chair over the left knee of Amaru. I think Amaru is hurt. I think Joshua Amaru is hurt. Now what's he doing? What are you doing? Klinger trying to put that chair around the left knee, that same knee that he's just smashed with the chair.
Bones.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. Klinger's on the top turnbuckle, for goodness sake. The descended to badness onto the left knee of Joshua Amaru. Sickening. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Still looking to do more damage. Wait, hang on, here comes, that's Rambo's music, here he comes. The Commandante, the leader of the Black Guerrilla Army, coming out here to level things up somewhat, but unfortunately for Amaru, Klinger has already decimated that left knee. Now we're going to need some medical help in here. Oh, and they're pleased with themselves. Blutsbruder are pleased with themselves, for pity's sake. Another chair being thrown in here, and the Black Guerrilla Army now have the ring to themselves, but Blutsbruder still circling like the vultures that they are. What possible justification was there to do that to the knee of Amaru? Vile. Absolutely despicable on the part of Blutsbruder. And of course, Blutsbruder's night is not over. The other member of their group, Erkan Sulcani, could still walk out of here tonight at Final Countdown as both the Berlin champion, which he is already, and the GWF World Champion. It's winner take all in our main event later on, but I think Blutsbruder might have just taken it all from Amaru.
Der Sieger in diesem Kampf, John Bad Bones Klinger.
Amaru's in a bad way. They may have just ended this young man's career.
Aber wenn man gegen einen Mann, der noch ganz am Anfang seiner Karriere steht, wie Joshua Amaru, nur so gewinnen kann, dann spricht das auch für Joshua Amaru.
Amaru being helped out of here by Bennett Brown and Rambo, his brothers in the Black Guerrilla Army. Crowd chanting their support for Amaru, but I do fear for what may have happened here to that left leg of Amaru.
Es geht ums Gold. Das nächste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um den German Wrestling Federation Women's Championship.
I'm Shaqiri, and to me, every day is payday.
Mit einem Gewicht von 59 Kilogramm aus Zürich in der Schweiz, the Swiss Sensation, Michelle Green.
What a chance this is for Michelle Green in her first singles match here in GWF. A chance to become the women's champion.
Michelle Green.
Green was part of that Battle Royal at Legacy 4 weeks ago for the women's championship. She didn't win it, her opponent did. So the woman we're about to meet will be making her first title defense against Green.
Gegnerin, der German Wrestling Federation Women's Champion. Mit einem Gewicht von 75 Kilogramm aus Darmstadt, Cora, die Kriegerin.
Well, Cara's been chasing that women's championship throughout 2022. Had opportunities against Mila Schmidt and her predecessor, Jessie J. It was just last month in that Battle Royal that Cara finally achieved her dream. Of course, that dream could be shattered here if she loses to the Swiss sensation.
German Wrestling Federation Women's Champion, die Kriegerin, Cara.
Cara holding on tight to that championship belt, having taken so long and worked so hard to finally reach that top of the proverbial mountain. Absolutely determined to cling on to the gold, but of course, as with any champion, she has a target on her back. And the first woman to take a shot at that target will be Michelle Green. Green from Switzerland, obviously, been wrestling for a couple of years, but she's been training in Mexico and the USA. Now looking to make a name for herself in her native Europe, including here in Germany. A handshake, that's good to see, between champion and challenger as we get underway. Lock up. Cara, I think the taller of the two, has that leverage advantage in this collar and elbow tie-up. Gets Green into the corner and Green shoves her away. Cautious start from both women. Perhaps that's not a surprise given that Cara, as I mentioned, very keen to make sure that she doesn't fall at the first obstacle here as women's champion, and Green with one of the biggest opportunities in her young career wants to make sure she makes the most of it. She's looking very confident, claiming the center ground there in the middle of the ring. Another lock up here, and it's tumbling around the ropes here. The roll up though from Green, looking to end it. Gets the 2 count. First pin attempt of the match, clothesline. Now Cara's going to have the second pin attempt. She gets just a 1 count. We're back to square one. Cara sent Green to the ropes, but Green came back with a big clothesline. Hit the leg for a 1 count. Cara's back to her feet. Women's division here in GWF, so competitive. That's why I think we've seen multiple champions this year. We may see it again next year, but Cara looking to retain with that fisherman suplex. Didn't quite get her hands hooked together on the bridge to make sure that Michelle Green was locked up tight, and that might be why Green was able to kick out. Might be the only reason, because otherwise a very well executed suplex. Fireman's carry now from Cara. Green trying to bring herself back down to earth. I'm sure she's relieved to be back on solid ground. Green firing off a couple of elbows there and ducking a clothesline. Turns Cara inside out there. We could have a new champion right here. The leg is hooked, and it's a kick out on 2 from Cara. Now it's fisherman suplex attempt from Green, but Cara was able to battle out. It's a Russian leg sweep from the challenger. Rolls through into a submission. It's almost a crossface here. That elbow under the chin of the champion. Cara, see the look on her face. She is in agony here. She's trying to reach the bottom rope. Green's done well. She's got her right in the center of the ring. Cara crewing agonizingly slowly. If you're a Cara fan, the danger is she might pass out from the pain if she doesn't tap out. Can she get to that bottom rope in time? Cara with one final effort gets there. How much damage has been done? How much effort did she have to exert? Has she got enough reserves to continue taking the fight here to Michelle Green, or will it be one and done for Cara's Women's Championship reign? Look at these two staring each other down. A smile on the face of Green. He ducks a clothesline. Just a step ahead here of the champion. Big elbow strike to the face. Second one gets blocked though. Cara sends Green onto the back of her head. Look at these mounted strikes. Coming fast and furious from Cara. Green is covering up. See Green trying to use her knees to battle her way free. Eventually pushes Cara off of her. I think that did some damage as well though. Referee checking on Michelle Green, check she's okay. Cara, I think, has done remarkably well to get back into this after how long she was in that submission hold, but now she is very much the aggressor. Look at that. Face first down into the canvas, a stomp for good measure afterwards. And now more mounted strikes from Cara. Again, Green trying to cover up, but some of those are finding their mark. back of the head of Green this time. It was the front of the face a moment ago. All parts of the head of the challenger. Michelle Green are being just knocked around here by Cara. Why is he here? Big Nick, we saw him earlier, forming a tag team with George Kukas, and hang on, Cara's got Green up on her shoulders, and a Samoan drop from Cara. Cara's going for the pin. She's retained the Women's Championship.
Hier ist die Siegerin und weiterhin German Wrestling Federation Women's Champion aus Darmstadt, die Kriegerin
Cara putting the boot in afterwards, a real aggressive end to the match from Cara. I still have no idea though why on earth Big Nick's out here. He seemed to cause a distraction which took Michelle Green's eye off of the champion for a moment. You know that Big Nick said his mentor Tony Harding's taking some time off after losing the world title last month, and as I said, forming that team with George Kukas. Big Nick is looking on here as Cara retains the Women's Championship, and there are more questions than answers as to what is going on, as to why Big Nick is out here. A handshake between Big Nick and Cara. I do not understand this at all. Cara, though, still your Women's Champion.
Das leider schon vorletzte Match in diesem wunderbaren Wrestling-Jahr bei der German Wrestling Federation ist ein Singles-Match, angesetzt auf einen Foul, auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 100 Kilogramm aus Adana in der Türkei, der Adana Bulldozer, Aytac, Bahar!
It's good to see Aytac Bahar making amends with Crowchester last month after their vicious first blood match at Legacy, putting to bed a rivalry that had lasted for several months. It's going to be a challenge of a different kind tonight for the Adana Bulldozer.
Der Adana Bulldozer aus der Türkei, Aytac Bahar!
Can Aytac Bahar survive the giant from the north?
Sein Gegner. Er wiegt 141 Kilogramm. Er kommt aus Nürnberg. Er ist Heisenberg.
He is the monster from Hamburg and the man who ended the storied GWF career of Orlando Silva 4 weeks ago. In the process, by the way, ripping the loserweight title to shreds. He's just a human wrecking ball. It's Heisenberg. So it's a wrecking ball against a bulldozer here. And this will not be pretty. It's going to be a fight between Heisenberg and Aytac Bahar. Heisenberg looking to make it a short fight. Big boot to the face. I do mean big. Size 16 boots. Now a cover from Heisenberg early on and a kick out from Bahar. Bahar needs to find a way to get out of the blocks, and he needs to do it quickly because Heisenberg seems to be in the mood to make short work of him, trying for that power slam already. Bahar was able to escape that. Here he comes, right hands, left hands from Aytac Bahar. Heisenberg though, sent into the ropes, and Bahar caught him on the jaw, didn't go down, but it certainly shook the big man, as did that second one. Bahar trying to lift him, but it is a big ask. Heisenberg with a shoulder block there. There's the ease with which Heisenberg can take even strong opponents like Aytac Bahar off their feet. Not only take him off his feet, but he looks like he's been knocked silly here, does Aytac. Such is the power, the raw strength behind every strike, every stomp like one you just saw there from Heisenberg. Requires almost a superhuman effort to hang in there with him. He's gone for a pin again, and Bahar able to get out again, but once more, you do just get the feeling that Aytac has a very short window of time in which to find a way into this, or else Heisenberg could make quick work of him. So dangerous. And it's Heisenberg, that boot, stopping any attempt at a comeback there from Aytac. Elbow to the face. Heisenberg could well be a major force to be reckoned with in 2023 here in GWF. Aytac looking to do that as well, as his career has continued to flourish during 2022. Once again trying to lift the giant, he still can't get him up on his shoulders. An elbow right to the face from Aytac, who's now kicking at those tree trunk-like legs of Heisenberg. Bahar refusing to give up. Gets sent into the corner here. It's an avalanche from Heisenberg. Heisenberg with a fall-away slam sends Bahar all the way across the ring. Pin attempt here from Heisenberg, and that left shoulder popping up in time for Aytac Bahar. Referee pointing out to Heisenberg that was a 2 count. I think he's well aware of that, if somewhat surprised. Choking away now, remember that's illegal, he needs to break it. Yeah, good luck trying to physically force him to do it. Heisenberg needs to be careful though, he could be disqualified. What a respect the referee's count of 5. Well, I think it would be a brave referee who told Heisenberg that he just disqualified him. One of those massive boots. Bahar being choked again. Once more, the 5 count. We're up to 4, and Heisenberg did break it in time, but Bahar looks like he has been through the wars here in a relatively short time. Heisenberg may have hurt his leg there in that impact though. Bahar moved out of the way in the corner. Oh, sit down splash. Laying out Aytac Bahar. Heisenberg looking for the win, and Bahar got out again. Definitely a little bit of damage to that left leg. You saw, yeah, Heisenberg just hitting himself in that left knee to try and I think maybe get some feeling back into it. It was certainly an unpleasant collision with the turnbuckle in that corner. Speaking of unpleasant, look at the way Heisenberg is trying to rip the head of Aytac Bahar off its shoulders. Bahar fighting back, briefly teamed with Kaplan this year, of course, until Kaplan decided to bring Ali Aslan back into the fold, and Bahar apparently wanting no part of that. They have history of their own. Kicking that left leg. He's sensed, I think, that there is a potential weakness there. The giant has been taken down. This time, can he get him up? Trying once again to lift him onto those shoulders. With a bad knee, Heisenberg not going to be lifted. Sends Bahar into the corner, follows him in. Heisenberg trying to close on him off of the turnbuckle. Heisenberg with no regard for other human beings. Here comes Bahar, though, off the top, gets the knee right into the ribs. Aytac Bahar has done a tremendous job here. He's knocked Heisenberg off his feet way more than many men are able to do. It's a PK, a soccer kick right into the chest of Heisenberg, and Bahar was very, very close to taking down a giant. Aytac Bahar starting to believe he has what it takes to defeat Heisenberg here. What a way to end an already successful 2022 for Bahar. This would be trying again, though. Keeps on trying to lift Heisenberg up. Heisenberg, though, with a sit-out body slam, hooks the leg of Bahar, and Bahar able to get out just. And that is the disadvantage that Bahar finds himself at. You saw how much effort it takes just to try and lift Heisenberg off his feet, whereas Heisenberg, with that strength, can lift Bahar with ease. At the moment, he doesn't seem to want to lift him, or now he does. I was going to say he just wants to knock him down. He's going for the power slam again now. Kick to the back of that potentially damaged left leg. There's a knee to the jaw from Bahar. Crowd are trying to help Aytac. Can he get in this? Oh, he's got him up. Bahar gets him up. But can he drop him down? Yes, he can. A Death Valley driver from Aytac Bahar, and he's beaten Heisenberg. Wow!
Der Sieger aus der Türkei, der Adana Bulldozer, Aytac Bahar!
What a result for the Adana Bulldozer! Aytac Bahar eventually finding that persistence pays off, lifted up Heisenberg onto his shoulders, dropped him down to the canvas, and a few seconds later, Aytac Bahar, his hands raised in victory. Huge win for Bahar as we head into a huge main event. Coming up next, it is title for title. Winner takes all. The Berlin champion, Erkan Sulcani, against the GWF World Champion, Pascal Spalter. That's our main event.
Heisenberg wiegt 141 Kilogramm. Dieser Mann gerade mal 100. Er hat gewonnen. Er hat ihn geschultert in jeder Hinsicht. Er ist der Adana Bulldozer Berlin. Aytac Bahar. Das nächste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um den German Wrestling Federation World Championship. Und es geht um den German Wrestling Federation Berlin Championship. Titel gegen Titel. Ein Mann hält heute Abend nach diesem Match beide. Ein anderer keine mehr. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. der Herausforderer in Begleitung seiner Blutsbrüder John Bad Bones Klinger, Evil Jared Hasselhoff und Tarkan Aslan.
You know, by almost any measure, Erkan Sulcani has had a second half of 2022 that other wrestlers would die for. Back in September, he became the first person ever to win the Battlefield match twice. And then last month at Legacy, he claimed that Berlin title that you see in his possession for a third time in his career. But there is one accolade that continues to elude the Golden Boy. Will tonight be the night that he finally becomes the GWF World Champion? Or will he lose the Berlin Championship in his efforts to do so? The stakes could not be any higher for Erkan Sulcani.
Verteidigt heute Abend hier seinen German Wrestling Federation Berlin Championship und ist gleichzeitig der Herausforderer auf den German Wrestling Federation World Championship.
Sulcani's Battlefield win that I talked about is the reason that he has this championship opportunity at the World Title tonight at Final Countdown. But since then, he also agreed to put the Berlin title on the line when he won that last month. So one of these two men will leave with both championships. The other will leave with nothing.
Sein Gegner, noch einmal der Herausforderer und gleichzeitig Titelverteidiger.
Tell you what, you want to talk about a resume to die for here in GWF? How about Pascal Spalter, a four-time Berlin champion, could be five if he wins tonight. And 1 month ago at Legacy, a record-breaking fourth GWF World Championship. A true legend here in the German Wrestling Federation. But will Spalter claim that fifth Berlin title tonight? Or will Erkan Sulcani ensure that his fourth reign as world champion lasts just 28 days? What a moment this is in Festal Kreuzberg. The German heavyweight and the Golden Boy for both the World and Berlin Championships.
Ich präsentiere die Gegner heute, der Herausforderer zu meiner Linken und noch einmal der Herausforderer zu meiner Rechten und gleichzeitig Champion zu meiner Linken und Champion zu meiner Rechten. Zu meiner Linken mit einem Gewicht von 102 Kilogramm aus dem Kosovo, Mr. Uppercut, the Golden Boy, der Blutsbruder und amtierender German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion, Erkan Sulcani.
It is not a pro Blutsbruder crowd by the sounds of it. Hostile is the word.
Sein Gegner zu meiner Rechten, der Herausforderer auf den Berlin Championship mit einem Gewicht von 110 Kilogramm. Aus Berlin, der amtierende German Wrestling Federation World Champion, Pascal Pascal Spalter!
A rapturous reception for Pascal Spalter. This is not the kind of response you would have seen from the crowd maybe just even a year ago, but Spalter and the fans have really changed their relationship with each other over this past year. Sulcani kisses our Berlin title. And that is what is up for grabs, both championships. Referee showing all four sides of the ring. What is on the line? We get ready for this enormous main event. Oh, goodness me. Sulcani, Mr. Uppercut with an uppercut before the bell is even rung. Referee's not happy. Referee's not happy at all. He hadn't even called for the bell. This match still hasn't officially started. Another uppercut. Spalter tries to fight back. Sulcani ripping the t-shirt off of Spalter, now choking him with it. I don't think you can disqualify Sulcani because the bell hasn't rung, the match hasn't begun. Well, the crowd, if they were already sort of inclined to be pro Spalter, they are even more so now. Can the referee get these two in separate corners and get the match started? It's going to be a tough task for the official here. Oh, Spalter now going after Sulcani before the match begins. It's just a brawl here.
Noch nicht passiert.
Sulcani with those kicks in the corner on Spalter. Our referee's given up trying to get him in separate corners, just calls for the bell. Another uppercut from Mr. Uppercut. That's not just a nickname. By pretty much common consensus, Sulcani, as he throws Spalter to the outside, Sulcani has one of the most powerful, most dangerous uppercuts in all of the wrestling world, and it might just lead him to both of those championships. Sulcani now turning his attention back to Spalter. It might have been a mistake to take his attention away from Spalter in the first place, but able still to capitalize that axe handle. I think Sulcani needs to be a little bit careful that doesn't allow this one to be settled outside the ring. Spalter knows that as well. He's rolling back in. Crowd infests out Kreuzberg, trying to get behind Pascal Spalter. Spalter ducked the clothesline, ducks another one, and Spalter takes down Sulcani like a steam train there. The star of Berlin, Pascal Spalter, with Sulcani in the corner, chopping away at the Golden Boy. Sulcani at this point just trying to get some space between himself and Spalter. Spalter is following him to all four corners of the ring. Spalter, of course, had to go through a series of some of the highest caliber opponents available here in GWF to earn himself a title opportunity at Legacy 4 weeks ago, where he defeated Tony Harding for that world title. In what is traditionally considered the biggest match of the year, but this one, it's got to be up there with it because the stakes here with two titles on the line really are astronomically high. There's a body slam from Spalter, and Spalter going back to a move that we hadn't seen for a while till Legacy. For much of 2022, we had seen a more serious side to Pascal Spalter. The toilet seat, as he calls it, had been retired, but we saw it last month against Harting. We're seeing it again here. Spalter going for the ropes. Sulcani tried to drop kick, but Spalter swatted him away. Now looking for the crossface chicken wing. Some of those matches this year, Spalter won with this very hold. Sulcani's got him back in the corner. Referee just cannot separate these two men, though. Both men refusing to break the hold. The referee's trying for a 5 count, but I don't know what he would do who he would blame if it wasn't separated. Oh, look at that. Sulcani, I think, is raking the eye there of Spalter. Spalter was screaming in pain. And this time he does hit the drop kick. We know that Sulcani is not above breaking the rules, or at least bending them when it suits him. He is, after all, a member of Blutsbruder. Of course, Blutsbruder led by the longest reigning world champion in GWF history, John Klinger, and you do wonder exactly what the future would hold for Blutsbruder if Sulcani finished tonight with that world championship that Klinger has so long held and so long coveted. I guess we'll cross that bridge if we get to it. At the moment it looks like we might, because Sulcani is in charge as he goes to the ropes. Again, dropping the knee right across the face of Spalter. Spalter not allowing his shoulders to stay down for more than a count of 1. Sulcani getting back on top just as Spalter tried to fight back there. Now choking away. I'm sure he'll use as much of that 5 count as he can. Breaking it before he gets disqualified. The Sulcani. Interesting to see that the other members of Blutsbruder who accompanied Sulcani to the ring did then return back to the locker room area, but I don't know if you would count against them coming out here if things were not going well for their man, because we know they're here. And remember also, given what happened earlier tonight, that Metehan is the new #1 contender for the world title, waiting for whoever wins this match. January 8th, when we're back here in Berlin for Strike First, Strike Hard. There is a swagger in the step of Erkan Sulcani that I don't know if we've seen before in his previous efforts to win the World Championship, and I just think Sulcani seems to believe that tonight is his night. I'm sure we will shortly find out if he is correct. Putting the boot in here to Spalter, choking away again, it's illegal. Referee starting the count again, and once more Sulcani breaks before the count of 5. By the way, if you're looking for an indication of past form between these two, how about this? When it comes to the Berlin title, back on the 2nd of November 2013, Erkan Sulcani was in his first Berlin title reign. He'd reigned for 364 days, just 1 day short of a year, when this man, Spalter, defeated him for his first Berlin title reign. So make what you will of that, but there is history between these two where the Berlin title is concerned. And it dates back almost a decade. Sulcani trying to indicate here that he's about to execute that 4th title reign of Pascal Spalter, but Spalter has other ideas. Vicious elbows from Spalter as he blocks the right-hand attempts from Sulcani. Spalter, strike after strike after strike, but Sulcani eventually breaking that rhythm with a kick to the abdomen, goes to the ropes. Spalter strikes him in the throat and then knocks him down. Clothesline from the German heavyweight, and another one. Pascal Spalter asserting himself as the 4-time world champion that he is. The big back body drop on Erkan Sulcani. Spalter charges in as an avalanche in the corner. And Spalter suddenly is on all guns blazing, gets a power slam, got the body weight down on the shoulders, and Sulcani still found a way to kick out. Sulcani definitely felt the effects there, though. He's rolled to the outside to recuperate if he can. Spalter's just hovering above him there on that middle turnbuckle. Got him, I think he's got him by the ear. We've seen Spalter do this before, this kind of deadlift superplex. I don't know if he can do it on someone the pure height of Sulcani. Sulcani, I think, is his fingers in the eyes again. He once again got a cheap shot in, raking the eyes of Spalter, and now he's trying for the pump handle slam, but Spalter with the elbows right to the back of the head. Chop across the chest, but Sulcani with another one of those trademark uppercuts. He'll try again for the pump handle slam and gets it. Sulcani hooking the leg. Can he get the win here? No. It makes your heart just skip a beat when you think the fine margins here. Sulcani less than half a second away from leaving with 2 championships. But again, the fans here in Kreuzberg, right in the heart of Berlin, making their feelings known. Sulcani got caught that time, now crossface chicken wing maybe. Spalter looking to lock in the chicken wing. Sulcani with the elbows, goes to the ropes. Swing and a miss from Sulcani, gets caught in the suplex from Spalter. Landed hard on the back of his neck. Spalter again with the body weight down on the shoulders, and again Sulcani kicks out. Both men surely extremely fatigued at this point. They have thrown everything at each other in pursuit of these 2 championships in this, the final GWF match of the year. Both men back to their feet now. Sulcani on offense with those slaps across the chest, another uppercut and another from Sulcani. The world champion is reeling, or is he? Both clotheslined each other, neither man went down. And again, same result. This time, Sulcani ducking a couple of clotheslines. They both hit each other this time and they both go down. Who on earth is going to walk out a final countdown with both the World and Berlin Championships? We are no closer to knowing. What a way to end the year this is. What a match between Sulcani and Spalter. Referee is counting both men down. The last thing we want is a double count out. He's already up to a count of 6. We need at least one of these men to make it back to their feet. Both men are stirring, hopefully. At least one of them will beat that count of 10. Spalter's up, and Spalter immediately with a shot to Sulcani. Chicken wing attempt again from the world champion. Sulcani's got his hand on the rope. Spalter's going to have to break it. Spalter did briefly break, but now got that rear waist lock. I think he's maybe looking for a German suplex. Maybe he'll get it now. Yes, he will. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Spalter got what he wanted. Follows it up with an avalanche. Sulcani ducking another clothesline, but didn't duck that one. Big lariat there from Spalter, who's looking to win the Berlin title for what would have been the 5th time. But Sulcani kicked out and the match is still alive. Spalter and Sulcani almost seem to have thrown everything at each other now. What else is there? Pascal Spalter gesturing to Erkan Sulcani. He wants him to get up. I think Spalter's going to look for that's a wrap. Well, that's a wrap that won him the world title last month. Uppercut again from Sulcani. How many of those have hit their target tonight? Have a try at the pump handle. Slam! Gets it. Sulcani with Spalter up on his shoulders. What's he looking for here? It's a Death Valley driver. Going for the pin to win his first world championship, but the left shoulder of Spalter comes up, and our main event at Final Countdown continues. Again, remember, the next time we're with you, January 8th, here in Berlin, for Strike First, Strike Hard, Metehan to face the winner of this match for the World Championship. Sulcani looking for the super kick, I think. Instead, he gets a big kick to the face from Spalter. Spalter with an Uranagi. Spalter then go for the cover. I think Spalter realizes he's got to do more. Sulcani's going to get caught in the... That's a wrap! Is that a wrap? Leg hooked! He's got 2, but he hasn't got 3, my goodness! Look at the look of shock on the face of Pascal Spalter! And you've got to give credit where it's due. There are very few people on this earth who can kick out of the That's a Wrap. Going back to that cross-face chicken wing. Still hasn't got that fully locked in. What's a low blow from Sulcani with the leg. Referee didn't see it from that position, and now the enziguri and the super kick. Sulcani might be about to claim the world championship. No, he isn't. My God, both men in the past minute or so have barely survived. But survived they have. We're still going here. They are flat on their back. Whoever can gain the advantage here might be in a crucially advantageous position. Sulcani looking for Spalter, now sees him in that corner where Spalter had rolled to. Spalter's having to use the ropes to pick himself up. Sulcani's going to assist him, going to pick him up more than he wanted to be picked up, all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Spalter trying to chop Sulcani away. Sulcani getting that uppercut. Try and subdue Pascal Spalter, and you know what Sulcani is looking for. Erkan Sulcani with that massive 2-meter frame, looking for a superplex, but Spalter with the chops. Look at this, chop after chop. Sulcani still coming back, another uppercut from Sulcani. Spalter's in real trouble. Pascal Spalter, another uppercut, and another. Spalter is a sitting duck here for Erkan Sulcani. Almost going to hit the roof. He's going to do it from the top rope as well. God, what a superplex this will be if Sulcani hits it. Erkan Sulcani with a superplex. Good God. Sulcani to win it all, no. Somehow, Pascal Spalter kicked out again. Do not ask me how. An unbelievable atmosphere and an unbelievable effort. Superhuman from both the world champion and the Berlin champion. Who is going to leave with both of these titles? Sulcani's superplex didn't get it done. He's got Spalter by the beard there. Referee trying to tell Sulcani he can't grab him by the hair, including the beard hair. He's going to try this for a cover. Sulcani tried again. Spalter kicked out again. I think Sulcani thought that maybe Spalter had used up those last reserves of energy, kicking out of that previous pinfall. Thought he'd try again. Not the craziest idea, because you do wonder how on earth Spalter is still conscious after that massive superplex. Sulcani lines him up. Right for the super kick. Spalter stopped it before it could take flight, and now Sulcani with Spalter on his shoulders, maybe looking for another Death Valley driver, but Spalter with those elbows. The big kick from Spalter. Oh, here comes it. Oh, he's got it. That's a wrap for a second time. For the second time, Spalter hooks the leg, and Pascal Spalter is the world and Berlin champion.
Hier ist der Sieger und damit neuer German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion und weiterhin German Wrestling Federation World Champion aus Berlin, Pascal
Erkan Sulcani's attempts to become the world champion foiled again. He has lost the Berlin title after just 4 weeks as Pascal Spalter, now a 4-time world champion and a 5-time Berlin champion. It is an unbelievable record after an unbelievable main event here at Final Countdown.
Was für eine Schlacht und was für ein verdienter Doppelchampion. German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion. German Wrestling Federation World Champion. Der Mann kommt aus dieser Stadt. Er kommt wie wir aus Berlin. Pascal Spalter!
Has there ever been anyone who has had a year in the German Wrestling Federation like Pascal Spalter's 2022? Look at that image. The Berlin and World Championships in possession of the star of Berlin, the German heavyweight. But hold on a second. The music of the new #1 contender, and there he is. There is no rest for Pascal Spalter, because in just a few weeks' time, 8 days into 2023, at Strike First, Strike Hard 3, it will be the German heavyweight against that man, the Babu, for the World Championship. Spalter and Metehan getting the measure of each other ahead of that enormous showdown on January 8th. Can you imagine? Can you even begin to think what's going to happen at Strike First, Strike Hard when it's Metehan challenging Spalter for the World Championship? What a way to start 2023 that will be, but what a way to end 2022 this was at Final Countdown.